I may have cut the mounting clips off of the Intel heatsink and then just put screws straight into the back bracket plate on the AM5 or AM4
You
bracket.
you do know you have committed a sin
Oh
by
yes, I'm fully aware that this is a sin.
doing that.
That's an understatement.
Somebody's dealing with like PTSD from it all. Like it's
Chat, if or viewers or whoever's looking right now, look at me. I had to watch it happen.
We'll throw the image up on screen. If you look at the bottom left, there's that hole that's there, right? And there's that little piece of plastic that sticks out, but there's that hole that's there. That is where the proper mounting hardware should be screwed in. If you look to the right of that, there is a screw. If you look up above the one that's missing, there is also a screw. So we have tension on both sides. I'm not seeing the problem here.
I had to watch it happen. I'm taking my glasses off for this situation. Stop.
Stop it. Get some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
the ADHD podcast.
Okay. Anyways, since we have more viewers that are in here, welcome to Things to Think About, the ADHD podcast where we say the quiet part out loud. Squirrel. My name's Moity. This down here, if you're watching my screen, is Zombie Viking, and we have a Virtual Ghost. Tonight we're going to be talking about, should content creators share their political opinions? If they do, how do you feel about that? Or what views do you have that change about them about that? Does content creation suck? Recent events. And also, are you showing gratitude to those that you care about? So anyways, we've covered that base one last time. Which one do we want to start with, guys?
We're gonna start with the gratitude. Moy, are you showing gratitude or appreciation for
You're
people
just throwing my ass under the bus because I told you I was gonna do that to you.
Oh yeah. Because I'm gonna block you from doing it to me. So I'm gonna do it to you.
You know, there are when it comes to that conversation, it's a good question, and the reason why it's a good question is because in situations you get very comfortable and used to the people that you're spending time with. And so sometimes you forget that you're expressing things. People that you care about, close friends, that sit there and bail you out of situations often. That's something that you can kind of get used to. Your wife or husband or whatnot, expressing that, you appreciate the care and love that they give you. I would say column A, column B. I fail to do it, and at other times I'm very appreciative of it. I would like to go with the concept that I'm human, and sometimes we fail. Now, that comes into another thing, which I'm going to go ahead and steal from you, you rat freaking bastard. What levels of gratitude could exist? And what does gratitude necessarily mean, zombie?
Listen.
Oh! I turned it on you. Get wrecked. Get wrecked.
Listen, I know where you sleep.
Yeah, down the hallway from you. What about it?
All right. So, as far as showing gratitude and appreciating people, I get to do this every night because my wife works all day. I pick up and drop off the kid at daycare and make sure she's watched till she gets home, and then she lets me come and do this. Most nights, very, very rarely gives me any, pushback for when it comes to stream. She knows it's something that I want to do.
Absolutely, Tyler. I will happily show you how to do that sometime. Sorry.
So, coming from having to show that appreciation all the time, I'm not very good at it. She knows, but as the idea of tonight's podcast is, from the aspect of a content creator. We spend a lot of time we have families, we have things that we have to do, but we're not also we're good at talking for long periods of time, but we're not good at talking. We sit here and talk to a chat that in some cases just doesn't do anything, or you know, but when it comes to our personal lives, we're also not very good at talking at all.
Yeah.
So, you know, as far as like the gratitude and appreciation part, yeah, we're very grateful for the things that we get done. We're grateful for the people that just pop in from here and there, you know.
Like a perfect example, sorry for last night when it comes to Lexi. I don't know what I thought it was a fantastic night. I don't know what there would be to say sorry about. And a lot of times when it comes to content creators, there could be something that, is the the viewer generally owes no apology to me as a content creator. I owe an apology to them when I fail to do things like making sure that the stream is stable, when I fail to do things like making sure that I am here on time when I promise to be here. The viewer doesn't generally owe any comment to me, right? You are paying your time to watch my ass do something, right? I
And most of the time it's acting like a fool.
listen, the
But
fucking
the little
heatsink
things.
is working, okay? What about it? I but yeah, on that side, so it's like you're paying with your time to come and watch us talk, right? And to hear our opinions on things, when it comes to things like the podcast or even on games, right? I do game reviews. I talk about how a game makes you feel, how it affects you as a person from my own perspective, right? You're spending your time with me. So for that, on my end of it, I'm extremely grateful. When it comes down to my wife, Viking, how often do I say I have to stream? And my wife goes, "Oh, okay." My wife is very good to me when it comes down to understanding that this is something I'm passionate about. And for that, I make concessions, right? It's concessions. She goes off and she's like, "Oh, I was hoping that we could do this." Sweet. Absolutely. I will go ahead and stream another night. That is fine. Or I'll stream after, you go to bed. So this way, XYZ is taken care of. The reason why we're late tonight, I was spending time with my wife. Plain and simple. But I'm going to
That's more down
prioritize that.
to like force with content creating, and some people do think, oh no, the viewers come first. No, it's all family comes first.
It's just like
Yeah.
any other job. I have quit plenty of them because they wanted me to put the job before my family.
Shit, I keep quitting jobs because they want me to put my job before myself.
Yeah. That's a whole nother
Yeah,
deeper conversation,
like
which we do have a topic for.
it's
And if we don't, we got to add it on there.
We do.
it is just you shouldn't have to please one person to make a bunch of people dislike it.
No, so I'm gonna disagree with that. You do have to please one person.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You have to please yourself.
Yeah. All day
Giggity.
long.
Yes, but the whole thing
Well,
is
that was the things to think about
you-
podcast. Thank you guys for showing on in. Don't forget, as Cynical says. No.
like it is a thing of like, yes, you well, the thing is I mean about it is like you shouldn't have to please one person.
I wonder if this is the bad one. Keep going. I'm just over here making mistakes. I'm
Because
listening.
I feel that you have to please the people around you. If that makes you happy, then it's a win-win.
So for me, that's a little more complicated because I I enjoy trying to keep the peace for everybody. you know, um, like the situation I'm going through, on my end with some other things. It's an awkward
Sushi.
situation because, you know, I enjoy playing video games with that person. I also enjoy playing video games with my family and, people that, mean a lot. This little core group right here, -1 right now, is the people that I play video games with the most.
Yeah.
You know, and
But it is the thing of you can't please everyone.
Yeah.
I've known that for years. You can't please everyone, so the question for that is why try?
I think that that's a self-defeating question to an extent because there is there is a benefit to trying, right?
Yeah, there's a
It's
benefit.
it's a
There's a
selfish benefit.
yeah.
It's a selfish benefit. It's self-important. But but it goes down to that conversation about that you and me had when it comes to the same situation that he's referring to, which we're not going to talk on. But it's that value to feeling the joy that you get from pleasing others, right? It's the same concept as like somebody that's willing to put their life in the line when it comes to firefighters, EMTs, soldiers, police officers. They're willing to put their life on the line to make sure people are safe. You're willing to sacrifice your own happiness to make sure others are enjoying themselves. And
Yeah.
that, while it is also in part at its core selfish, it is also caring. So context matters.
Some people deep down enjoy that. They love that because seeing other people happy makes them happy.
which
But
is
for you,
exactly my thing though. Like I enjoy, you know, using our situation just the other day. You wanted to play Call of Duty with us, but just lapse in time and,
yeah,
bullshit,
I honestly really appreciated that.
that was also important to me because again, this is my core group. This is the people I play video games with. And, for you to be, stuck on the sidelines, I I have the money. Why not, hey, here's $13. It's no big whoop. you know.
Oh yeah, I need to actually change my location on Microsoft again. Forgot about that.
But see, there's that value to that. So it's like, I mean, largely in its core, when it comes down to at least the people in this podcast, my personal opinion, with the exception of me, because I'm a complete a-hole, everybody is showing that gratitude, right? Zombie laughs because
Insert Moidy's point of view here.
okay, so yeah, insert Moity's point of view here, but I mean at the same time, so there's one factor that comes into it. For Zombie most recently, how many times did it take to call my phone? But I will be there.
Twice.
At what time in the morning?
2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's always been stated. I might be
Context. I was driving back from Alabama
I wasn't gonna throw you under the
and ran
bus.
out of gas. No, I ran out of gas. I drive a Prius. I assumed I had enough gas to make it the last 14 miles.
It
Well,
didn't
first
tell him that
it's
he
a
didn't have
Prius.
enough gas. It didn't give him the notification saying, "Hey, low on fuel." So he was like, "Yeah, we're still good. We're going."
No, it's when the car's empty. It then says, "Oh yeah, by the way."
Oh yeah, no, it said it. It was like, hey, every single light on the dashboard lit up, and I went, well, I don't know what this is about, and my car stopped working, and oh, it's no fuel.
No, it's like the memes of what happens when you get all the lights. Is it like an achievement?
When you get all the
Well, I
lights.
definitely hit every achievement that night.
But it's the
Um,
concept, like when it comes down to it, like, do I show gratitude? Well, can anybody that's in my, if you have my phone number, then you're in the group of people that I care about, can call me and my ass will be on the way there at 97 miles an hour. With an empty highway, flipping a UE in an authorized vehicle only spot to make sure I
yeah.
get to you, So, is there a level of like on my end? I think I do. There's times where I'm not. I'm just human, right? But I would say, at least from my own perspective, I believe I do show the appreciation, and it's in the little things that actually matter to people a lot of the time. Like Zombie cleaned the dishes the other day, and he's just like, "Hey, loaded the dishwasher." I'm like, thank you very much." Or we were in South Carolina last weekend on that hellish drive, and my daughter goes off and sends pictures, and she's like, "Hey, me and Zombie cleaned the floors," and I'm like, "Thank you guys so much. Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you." Right? So it's like, in those little things, that's really what your family cares about. It's not the situation of, did David, fly down the highway at 2 a.m. to bring you gas, make sure that, the brights are going as
It's
best that they can, and standing on the side of the road while you fill up to make sure nobody hits you. Nobody's thinking about that.
it's not looking at the bigger picture. It's looking
Yeah.
at the meaning behind it.
Yeah.
It's like, why did you do it?
Yeah.
Well, because somebody ran out of gas because he didn't know how much gas is in his Prius. But
Listen, let me tell you something. The second gen Prius has a horrible problem with their gas tank. There's a little float bladder that doesn't
Any
work all
Prius
the time.
good problems with the.
That his
Yeah.
wife said, "Hey, babe, we should probably
I
stop for
wasn't gonna bring
gas."
I wasn't gonna bring that up.
I mean, we're gonna tell the story, Viking. We're gonna tell the whole story.
So it started on a Monday. Probably was a
No,
Monday.
I think it was a Monday,
It was
wasn't it?
actually
No, it was a Tuesday.
it was it was a Sunday.
Was it a Sunday? Okay.
It was, well, technically it was Monday because
2 a.m.
So it
waking me
started on a
up.
Monday.
no.
But
It was, we went up for Thanksgiving, so we left Friday, so it was Saturday at 2 a.m.
All I know was I was telling my boss that I had that I'm going back to bed and I wasn't going to come into the shop because I couldn't get back to sleep and I need sleep. And he's like, "I'll hear about the story later." I'm like, "Yes, you will." And I slept that day.
yeah, it's of course both you have an amazing partner who supports you for what you want to do. That honestly is probably the whole meaning of
We
gratitude.
don't share
and-
the same partner.
No.
Making sure the phrasing matters. Okay.
But that's why I said partners.
Oh, I didn't hear the S.
Hmm.
Didn't hear the S. Making sure that it's just making sure. Because that got dark real
Yeah,
quick.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, you have great supporting partners who will put up with your shenanigans when it comes to content creation and all
Sushi
that.
said you said partner. Sorry.
Partners. Yeah, cut this bit out and just put it over.
Just
I'm gonna go
silence for a
into
It
second.
again for you. Partners.
Silence for a second. Partners. There you go.
Partners.
put that in the edit.
You gotta use my voice over him though.
Yeah, my voice over everyone. Weird. Yeah, but no,
But like, what
you've
on your side? So we have amazing partners that support it. Like, where's your gratuity to those that you live with and care about?
see. I'm the opposite, more the point of I constantly forget, and I hate the whole thing of. See, I don't really get that moral support of go stream kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because, well, I'm loud. I don't know where my volume is, and honestly, truly, it does annoy everyone in the family.
I mean, there
Hence
is a
why I'm
reason
trying to
why
look
we're in a
for
garage.
Yeah,
a
I went from being in a nice, sound dampened, AC'd controlled without having to really worry about any noise canceling closet, to back in the garage because my wife kept waking up and she's like, David, I swear to God.
It's like I would have a space to do it, but there's no space in the garden to build a shed specifically for my needs.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have
That's
a
why you
nice
just need to move
space
to Florida,
It's tempting.
Listen, I'm still trying to win the lotto to bring you here, all right?
Yeah, but it's then down to how much is it going to be for the medication for my dog? But besides the point, like it's
If I win a $500 million, don't worry about it. We'll start a streamer house. I won't live there, but you can.
honestly just buy a house, have a small granny annex made, or have one that's pre-built, and I'll live there.
No. See what we're gonna do is actually we're gonna buy we're gonna build a old high school, one that got shut down,
Yeah.
and
I've
there.
I've been saying this. I've been wanting to do that.
No, he said this like 2 years ago, and I was like, I'm on board. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, I'm on board all day long.
Oh yeah,
Huge
100%.
huge property, huge property, tons of rooms that can be made into apartments.
Mm.
Like, yeah.
Start
As I
grabbing
was
up
I was
homeless
saying,
people,
and
give them
a few
directions and places
people,
to go, and yeah, you're set.
of course, Shushi probably knows about it. That I said on stream multiple times. If there is a hall with a massive stage, I would want to revamp it, make it all modern, and host gigs.
Oh yeah, that would be perfect. That would be a great answer.
And it will bring money back. But honestly, it would just be money going back to the community.
So we can get into that. For those of you that haven't ever been a part of any of these, both me and Zombie care about when it comes to like homeless people on that level. And both of our goals, my goal was to build a repair shop that could provide housing and food and counseling. That failed. So now we're on the lottery because that might be a way to get But he wanted to buy a school, and I'm totally on board for it. Just buy an old high school and then provide counseling and jobs and whatnot. So turn the old high school into a business and housing type thing.
Well,
And yeah,
honestly, instead of explaining it here, we can actually refer you back to one of our past podcasts.
that's valid. That's valid.
Um,
Anyways,
but this way you get more
I
of
was trying to give
in-depth.
Cliff Notes, okay?
But let's. I'm pretty sure we're done with this portion of the
Is
talk
Ghost
here.
done with where he's at? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. Are you?
But
Because we did cut you off.
I
I'm sorry.
that's fine. No, I the high school thing, 100%. I'm on board, but it's more. I need a space to be able to provide myself with a little bit of uh motion, being
Emotional.
motivated
Oh, sorry.
to then be able to be like, okay, I can start to actually provide a little bit more to the people who I live with.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. But
Of course, with the whole thing with people with autism and that lot, they always have a different. Their physical age is different than their mental age.
that's
I'm
valid.
still around that 13, 14-year-old mindset.
I mean, we're also guys, so that pretty much stays that way.
I mean,
Regardless.
my phrase is balls so all it's a shit show. Let's do this. Like no man in their mid-30s is doing that. Balls to the wall. No man in their mid-30s is running into danger, going, "Yeah, this is gonna be great." And Zombie has to stop me all the time. Moity, no. Oh, come on.
In a man dream. No, but on occasions I will just wake up. I will be motivated to clean. And it will be a full deep clean. I will hoover, I will clean the floors with flash. So bleach and all of that. So I'm doing
ADHD.
proper deep cleaning and all of that. I'll do the bathroom and that lot. But it's annoying when it comes down to as soon as I get asked, could you do this? All out the window.
Huh. Yeah.
It's weird. And I'm still trying to figure out why my mind is like that.
But for the people that you live with, do you express gratitude when things are done? You know what I mean?
Most of them don't give it back.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be given back. Okay, so it goes down into one of my phrases. Be careful what you allow to corrupt you. Right? It doesn't have to be given back. It's nice if it is, but reciprocal for your own sake of your own soul, that has a lot more value to you as a person. My opinion,
But I think there is. Somewhere there is a little bit of gratitude for the stuff that I do and the stuff that they allow me to do.
Yeah.
Because honestly, there has to be, because I am able to do this at 4 in the morning.
Well, and there's also the concept, like, okay, so because I spend a lot more time with you, I see things that, normal viewers won't see. So I've seen you interact with people in your household and you be excited about certain things that are going on. And there is that love and care that's there, and rejoicing together about accomplishments. And then the care for making sure that you're taken care of as well. So, like there is that. So I'm not saying that you're not. I was just more so asking, like, on your perspective, do you think that you have provided, that reciprocal care? That makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
And I think there is.
yeah. You're also British, so we're coming from an American mindset, right? A completely different cultural aspect.
And of course, my family, my ancestor tree, with very, very there's no filter. But of course, you learn being around us what is an insult and what is a joke.
I'm always afraid I'm he's gonna take something as an insult, just because of like slight cultural differences, and he's just laughing his ass off. I'm like, okay, we're good. That would have pissed off an American.
Yeah. Well, in a few years, you'll start to see a small bit of my
God, I have to put up
British
with you for a few
family humor come in.
years. Shit. No.
I can make it happen now, but we're live.
Okay, so are we good to move on to the next topic? Because I really
We can
want to
move
talk about this one. This one is I have a feeling he's going to go with the political question.
It is about the political question. So should content creators share political opinions? And if they do, how does it affect your view on them? And we're just gonna, because of time constraints and all of that, we're also gonna mix in creating content suck?
I think they flow
I
together.
think they flow really well together. So,
what's your opinions on me?
God damn it.
Thank you. I was about to say it.
Um, as somebody that doesn't really follow politics,
Yeah, I'm the one that does that. So yeah.
I don't really care what your political opinions are. I come here to watch you play video games and talk with people, and I believe in a community over politics.
Yep.
I believe in a lot of things over politics. I don't get, I don't jump into a call with you, Ghost, and go, "Hey, what's the king doing?" and blah blah blah, and I don't
The
expect
queen's
you to.
dead, so can't really ask
Well,
about that.
obvious, I can't ask about the queen. That but I I
I
don't
think
really.
probably both. I think both of our response to that is if it's not being shoved in our face, we don't really give
I don't really
a
care.
crap.
The biggest effect on the queen dying for me was, yeah, she lived for a long time and she was queen for a long time.
Surprised her and Betty
That
White went as
sucks.
far as they did.
Yeah,
Practically the whole of my life so
yeah,
far
like
has been the Queen.
so, but like as far as, political views and your opinions, it doesn't have a place here. Like
Yeah.
that's my opinion on it. It doesn't have a place. I'm here to watch people play video games. I'm here to enjoy video games. I'm here to have good times with friends and, you know, make friends, and that's what it's about. And, as far as that goes, for the most time, there's no reason for it. Like if I like jumped on and like jumped into a stream that is specifically a political viewing, like yeah, that's political.
Yeah, but is that
But
on brand for you to do that
that's
anyways?
but it's not on brand for me. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
So I don't expect me to jump in and, you know, all of a sudden, everybody's talking about Donald Trump. I don't care. He's president or going to be president. I don't know how the hell that works because I don't care. Like,
Yep.
He's going to
and
be president in a couple of weeks, and yeah. Guess what? Here's the thing that it comes down to. There was actually the conversation in the flotilla. I'm sorry, I've hijacked this. Keep going.
no, you good.
Oh, so in the flotilla, there was the conversation about stuff, and I gave my opinion on it with the also ending caveat of I am a content creator and a repair tech. Like I'm not qualified for anything on it. But there was that concept of because Trump is president, there's people that have made threats. And it's like, why are we going to sacrifice and threaten people over somebody that's going to exist for 4 fucking years? They're going to exist for 4 years, and then somebody else is going to come in. They're going to have another 4 years, and then somebody else is going to come in, and they're going to have a 4 years, and it just cycles through. Why give a damn? People put too much freaking interest in the politics, and too much interest in the politics for some reason in the gaming sphere. We are here to play video games. We are here to entertain you and make joy. That is my job. That's what I do
Well,
when I go live. What?
of course, I'm probably not going to go in depth of it, but of course, some politics does affect the content creation space
Yeah.
What?
because some platforms are currently going through a battle
Are you
to stay unbanned
are you talking
in
about the
certain
hub?
countries.
Oh, in certain countries, TikTok. Yeah. So like in
Yeah.
that situation, that is applicable, right? That does have some level of being applicable. But what I'm specifically referring to is so there was the attempted assassination of dear leader. No. There was the attempted assassination of Trump, right? In that scenario, there was the question of what am I going to say, right? We were all around for that. And it's like, okay, because other people have made comments. And it's like, my comment to it is remember that a man and a family and a father and a husband and a wife lost a life. The important part isn't that somebody tried to take out the candidate. The important part is that there's a man that was standing there doing what he believed was right on a political end, whether you agree with it or not. And now a daughter doesn't have her daddy, and a wife doesn't have her husband. That's the important part. And that's the only thing
All
that the archive's
decisions
going to say about it.
of politics, doesn't matter what type of politics it does have a massive impact on the people around you.
Yeah.
If you don't think about it.
Yeah.
As one of my friends says, politics, when it's in such a point where you're plastering your car, you're hanging flags all over your house, you make it part of who you are,
Like that house that was by our Airbnb.
is that is a disease. You have a problem.
Yeah. Stop it.
And
get some help.
For a British person who went to Florida for 14 days, I don't have enough fingers to
it's
tell you
culture
how many
shock.
houses
Yeah.
I have seen with that, and I'm like, we don't do that here. The only point when we do that here, is when people come together to watch football.
Yeah.
We will put a flag out. We don't, because, well, my opinion about football is something else. Maybe might
Soccer.
be an episode.
Soccer.
Football.
I was really confused. I thought they changed the name of rugby to something that made sense. I'm sorry. Keep going.
So it's that's the only time when you see in the streets in the UK, houses will have the British flag or the England flag outside. But the US, it is day in and day out. 365 days of a year it's there.
Don't get me wrong. I'm completely fine with the American flag. It's
I am
the
as well.
it's the Trump flags, the Biden flags, the Kamala
All
flag.
these-
It's
the ones
specifically
made that aren't really
pushing.
technically flags. It's
Yes, they're just
it's,
they're banners.
what's it? Merchandise.
Yeah, like there's no reason that I
Not a
should
flag.
drive down the block
It
and
shouldn't
see,
be.
15 flags that say, Trump. I don't care what your political opinion is, because nobody cares what my political opinion is. And if they do, guess what? I don't have one.
See, you say that, but they might care if it's the political opinion that you both follow.
Yeah,
That's
still
the thing.
don't.
It's like if you don't follow it, I don't care.
No, I still don't care what your political opinion is.
I really don't.
No,
still
like
don't.
I know that, but I'm saying it's like they would only care if it's like if it's
Oh,
the same
you're
opinion
saying
as theirs.
you're saying like someone else about us.
No, no,
Like
no,
they
no.
can.
Like
Like-
if you don't care about their opinion and that lot, and you're saying that or they wouldn't care about yours. They would only care about yours if it's the same opinion as theirs.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Is it's not that they just care that it's the same opinion. They care more if it's not, because they want to change your ideas.
I don't care how big your world
They're
is.
a
I
I don't
cast
care.
fireball.
And a believer.
Like-
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
Gotta be a believer.
Got to be a believer.
And I was gonna say with the flags thing, and you were saying, oh yeah, my ADHD for some reason wants to call it the Union Jack, but I know that it's only the Union Jack when it's out at sea. And now I can't remember what your flag is called, and it's bothering
The
me.
Jolly Roger.
No, it's just called the British flag. Or the United I'll look at the name of it.
My ADHD just caught on because I have that episode of Doctor Who where they went
No,
back,
it is the Union flag.
and then I know it's called the Union Jack specifically when it's out at sea. Having a Doctor Who moment here.
No, it's the same flag. The Union Jack or Union flag is the same name as the
Yeah,
national flag of
they're
the United
both
Kingdom. No, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter where it is.
they're the same flag, but I think it's specifically referred to.
No, it doesn't matter where it is. It's the same name. It's got multiple names. It's the Union flag or it's the Union Jack because it's weird. British is weird.
Yeah, they are.
So okay, so sometime around 1674, the British flag became formally known as the Union Jack when mounted on a warship, and the ship was not in harbor.
People
Otherwise, it's
still call
referred
it,
to as the Union flag.
yeah, but it's either name
Yeah.
means the same flag. It's like
So what you're saying to me is Doctor Who lied to me, and people don't really care.
That being said, I have learned from Simon Whistler that people that are very intensely into political views in the UK are seen as potentially racist. Don't know if that's accurate. Okay. Real quick, does content creation suck? Hey, Ghost, how's it going? Throwing you under the bus, fantastic. You're up.
no, because I've got some feelings on that one. It depends. It truly depends on your view on it. Of course, for someone who's been doing it for 10 years now, it sucks at times because you put in so much work into one thing and then
Oh
you
yeah.
only get 10 to 15 views.
Oh yeah. I've got
It's
that.
You get 10 to
it's a
15
buzzkill.
views.
I'm so sorry for you, Zombie. I'm so sorry.
Zombie doesn't do YouTube just yet. He's getting there though.
But it is a mood kill. But on occasions,
Mood kill.
you'll hit that.
I think it's
It,
stunningly just destructive. You've seen all of my videos, Ghost. Which one of the most recent ones only has 14 views? And it was forever ago, and nobody watches it. And you were there while both of us worked on coming up with ideas. You guys get views. Sushi.
but it is what you believe the content creation is for you.
Yeah, all day long.
Like, of course, over the years and that, yes, it gets tiring to wake up, record a video, edit, upload it, just for your nan to watch it.
Dude, if my
All
nan
that
watched
time, all
it,
that motivation to it is.
if my nan watched it, I would be really scared because all of them are dead.
Listen.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure
I don't know.
mine doesn't know what YouTube is. So,
I'm pretty sure.
and if my mom watched it, I'd be scared then.
Bad enough, my mum watches my TikToks. Anyway, but
So,
but to wake up, do all the work just to get a view, it's a mood kill. But if you keep pushing each day to upload and make content. It doesn't matter what if other people like it. If you like doing it, it won't suck.
Yeah.
It honestly won't suck. You'll actually enjoy it. You'll probably make jokes about not getting views.
I mean, which we do all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So-
Listen, there are 4 viewers in chat. I know for a damn sure that one of them is Sushi. One of them's Viking. One's OBS. And I'm really hoping that Poppet Lexi is still here and just listening to us.
Let me tell you, mine is.
Oh, no, it's just Ghost. It's ghosting. So
Mine stuck at 1 or 2 viewers, and you want to know who those are? It's Ghost, FrostyTools.com, and Stream Elements.
I don't know which
Yeah,
one hurts
like-
worse, the Frosty Tools or the Stream Elements.
Oh my god, you see the stuff on X about them. The amount of times their account has been banned for like bots, for like the thing of bot. It's like I keep seeing it, and it's like the
Oh my
4th
God,
time I've seen this.
I have another
pop up.
display. Oh my God. Sorry, keep going.
It's a miracle. But no, it's like if you enjoy making content, it won't suck. It'll be tiring. It won't suck.
So, my opinion on that is pretty much the same. You know, and as somebody that has ADHD and because of being undiagnosed for 30 years, I suffer from having depression because of it, and trying to figure out why. Hey, why can't I do the same things as everybody else, and why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? Gave me depression because of all of it. So there's nights that Moidy here isn't on, and it's like what 3 o'clock in the morning for you, 4 o'clock in the morning for you right now.
Yeah, it's about 4
know,
a.m.
Yeah, you're not usually you're not usually on this late.
Actually, I've
there's
been like
there's
this
times
for a few years now.
there's times that I catch you. I start a stream, you jump in, and then I'm sitting in the Discord and you're talking. But there's sometimes that I get on. I get live for 20-30 minutes, and I go. It's hard to sit and talk to a chat that isn't there, because
Yes.
and especially when you suffer from depression and you feel like you can't get things done properly. So you just what, I stop. I go, I if I continue trying to force myself with this tonight, not gonna work. I'm gonna burn myself out just on tonight alone, and I just I'm gonna go spend time with my wife.
Yep.
Sometimes content creation does suck because you're by yourself. You're pushing, you're trying.
Like, you don't have to be in that wearing the content creator hat all the time, because burnout is very, very easy in content creation than people make it sound.
And I mean, it definitely is. That's why, like, we should have. Thank you, Sushi. Like, we were supposed to do a episode for Christmas, and I turned to Moidy and I said, "No, I'm not doing it. I'm not streaming Christmas Eve. I'm not streaming for Christmas. I'm not recording anything. Those are the times that I go. I'm gonna go spend time with my family. I'm gonna go spend time with my friends. Yeah, I sat down on my computer and we played video games. But as far as I still look at streaming as a job.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't pay me anything, but I'm not gonna sacrifice my happiness to make sure that I'm live. I know that I get on, I might get 1 or 2 viewers if I'm lucky. It might be a good day and I get
Discord crashed. I'm coming back, guys. My Discord
Moidy's
crashed.
PC decided to just stop.
We're good. We're good. All I did was unplug one wire. It's not fair. It
You
was
should
I unplugged an HDMI cord. Okay, why is this a thing? Why does OBS or Discord crash?
That's weird. But this is at the end of the day, if I'm going to be working a 9 to 5, what am I willing to put up with and what am I willing to sacrifice? It's the same things that I'm going to do while I'm streaming.
Yeah.
If I was to walk into a job and I'm not feeling it, I'm going to turn to my boss and go, "Hey, I don't think I'm going to be useful today."
How
I
many
think,
times have I done that at
you know,
work? Yeah.
I've driven into work. I've worked for an hour and I go, "Hey, just today's not the night. Today's not the day. I gotta go." It's my mental health versus my job.
Yes, but on some days you'll be very, very motivated to be like, actually, I think I can probably go on for through your
24
month.
hours. For
Like, it
24
is,
hours.
yeah, it is.
Hey, I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm gonna fall asleep sitting in my chair in front of my computer. Yeah, I literally just did that. That literally lined up perfect. Like, I did my subathon, and yeah, I didn't get the subs that I wanted, but it's not what it was about. It was seeing if I can push myself
It's the comfort zone.
and be comfortable sitting at my computer for 24 hours.
Of course, with that, yes, I have done some crazy stuff on stream. You know the whole trend of the sleep stream subathons?
Yeah.
Yeah. 4
I
days.
mean,
I went for 4 days.
I mean, if the space behind me was, a room
I was
and I had a
literally
bed
just talking about this earlier.
and I had, a bed that I would do exactly like, I would do that. I don't
Mm.
if to sit here and, okay, I'm gonna sit here and I'll stream for, 6 hours and then hey stream, I'm gonna take a nap and then just push a button over here on the stream deck that switches camera to my bed and now you get to watch me sleep while I have words with stream up.
Yeah, all day long.
I
Absolutely would do that.
Might end up doing it again. I don't know, like, because like it was fun, and of course, it's not for everyone. But a lot of people who did come into the stream did tell me after it's it's a good way for some from some people's point of views to see what people's lives are
Yeah.
off camera.
and to tell you the truth, if it was as, seamless to go from what we're doing right now to, right here, if I could just if I knew for a fact that it would pick up the stream from exactly the same second, I would probably stream my whole day because, IRL streams and, you get to see what I go through every day and
I love the IRL streaming
but
because it's
know,
putting you in their point of view.
Yeah.
Instead of I'm sitting here and playing games. Or I'm coding. It's like no, like what was it? I saw a streamer literally took his IRL streaming backpack. He went to Fort Park. He went on roller coasters and streamed it. It was amazing. And it's like to just be able to say, "No, I'm not feeling like playing today. Oh fuck, I'm gonna go into the car and I'm gonna go to a theme park for the day."
Yeah, I mean, I would do that.
It's like, it's then chat would be like, wait, what?
This isn't
It's that,
this isn't the traditional stuff. Like,
yeah. But it's then getting you out of that comfort zone of doing stuff that you wouldn't normally do. And honestly, on that part, no, content creation does not suck. It's very fun. Of course, it's a lot better when you're doing it with friends.
yep. And talking about friends,
Moody,
actually, yeah. Moity,
what's
what is
your
your opinion?
My opinion is duplicating displays in Windows is a pain in the ass. Anyways, I've been listening. Obviously, it's just I'm trying to get things set up to where I
Yeah.
don't have one monitor. My side of it is that so it really honestly mentally, at least on the mental aspect, affected me to watch a streamer that I respected go down. And that part really sucks. For those of you that don't know, Cynical wound up getting nailed with hate speech as it would as something that realistically what happens is people started flagging his channel because they were upset that he had been doing really well with the subathon. They got fucking pissy and decided to be jackasses that have no life. So I look at it in that aspect of like content creation. It's like I want to entertain people and interact with an audience live. I want to be able to affect people in a positive way or in some way that makes them think and be a solution to societal issues, right? Through the medium that I enjoy and love doing.
Mm.
And in that scenario, it actually scared the shit out of me because it's like everything that is his ability to provide for himself just vanished in an instant. But then at the same time, it's like I think about, Tyler, who popped in at the beginning of the stream, right? And was just like, oh, a podcast, that's interesting, la da da da. And he's like, oh, you need to teach me how to do that transition. I think about that and I realize that, he's a young kid, right? I interact with, my viewers all the time. And inside of YouTube chats or inside of these chats where we're, in Twitch, or in YouTube's live streams. And it's like the ability to interact with people and to provide them with an outlet and to provide them something as an escape to just come and enjoy and laugh and have fun. That means more than my fear of what if somebody does that to me. Right?
Of
I can't.
course, and I'm going through in my head, and of course, to me, it might sound bad. Do not take it the wrong way. There is worse things to happen. Getting banned is the least scariest thing. Then most streamers get swatted.
Yeah. Well, on
Yeah.
that end of it, we have the sheriff's and police department that both know our address and have my cell phone number, and my phone is
Yeah,
always charged.
but
So we're already prepared for that one. Please don't test it. I
some
really
people
don't want the
aren't.
police department to be pissed off at us.
Some people aren't as
Yeah. Some
lucky.
jurisdictions don't do that. Our previous one did not. I just told my
And
wife that they did.
it's scary.
Yeah.
But
But so there's that, but it's like I look at those scenarios and I realize that the the value of that, the ability to make the content is the ability to do something that I love doing is where it's at, and regardless, I'm gonna do it. So,
Yeah.
is content creation worth it? Absolutely. Are we talking about monetarily? Because I don't know. It's helped me pay my electric and water bill and internet bill a few times this year, or last year, I guess. It's
Well,
provided that.
that would be the question. What would you class as monetary value?
I know people, monetary value, actual dollars, because that's monetary value. But within some level of value, thanks to a failed sponsorship, I know you and Sushi and ADM and a bunch of other content creators that I don't spend enough time with because, life's busy. But those are the two that are here. And so, there's that aspect. There's the value to the friends that are made.
Yeah.
So,
And of course, with the current situations, yes, the money does help. But the thing that makes it the most value to it is the memories and the people you do it with.
yeah. And that's what it really, on my end at least, it boils down to, is that there is that value to the people that I spend the time with.
Of course, because if I wasn't doing content creation or doing music and all that, for someone who can't work because of medical reasons, I would be in bed 90% of my life. Day in and day out, I'll get out of bed, go to the toilet, eat, go back to bed, go to sleep.
Yeah.
Because I have no monetary value with that.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm damaging is the relationships and the social aspect with my family and my friends.
Yeah.
I'm lucky and glad to have people like Moidi, Zombie, Sushi, a bunch of people online to play games with and have that social aspect. And yes, it does end up becoming a beneficial to content creation because it feeds itself in. Hey, we play COD and Moidi happens to always like shooting me in the back of the head, but that's not the point. It's just it's
I
enjoyable, but it's fun. It's doing it with friends,
I
and
got my
that's what
monitors
matters.
up. I got my monitors up. Sorry. I've got more than one monitor, guys. Sorry. ADHD again. On that side note, any final thoughts real quick, like some quick, out the door thoughts, because we need to put an end to this. I'm finally able to move my stuff around. Oh, I got my Twitch chat back. Sorry, Twitch chat. I've been blind for a while. Viking, you're amazing. Can I join you? Sorry, we're ending when it comes to that right now, Sushi. But maybe at some point we will have you in the format with some type of talk. Also, it's a whole different Discord and a whole bunch of shit and fucking, yeah. There's paperwork for this one because we're actually running it as an entity and all of that. So we'd have to have you sign a bunch of shit. So anyways, when it comes down to that one, what do you guys got?
So on the point of like, does content creation suck? Before we leave it off, um, I love doing this.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I love spending time with friends, making new ones, old ones, and you know as if people are watching, I'm slowly changing some of the branding on my page and all that, and I'm like starting to make merch and things that I can facilitate myself and all that, um including something that one of my friends made for me, um using my logo. It's not great, but like it's a challenge coin. Something like this. I'm looking at resin printers so that you know I can make challenge coins of you
I
know,
want to resin pin them so much.
for
They're so
like
cool.
my channel, and if Moidy would love one too, you know, stupid little
Once I get the
trinkets.
logo actually right. Anyways.
I mean, it took it took me making, you know, like several pictures, and you know, I can't actually get this one seen there. I mean, it's better if
It's
it's a little
rough.
bit further back.
It's
It's
just
rough.
as rough in
It's
person as it is on camera.
it really is. But I mean, it's, you know, it's something that I didn't even think about until, you know, a friend went like, "Hey, I tried making this for you because I thought it was really cool," and you know, it is pretty cool, and it's something that I would love to have in a higher quality. But for obvious reasons, the 3D printers we have are going to make this, and I'm not okay with quality like this. As far as
It's a prototype. It's something to
it
look
is,
at, but physically having something to say that, oh no, this is possible,
yeah,
is a massive
and
motivation to. No, I
it's
want to
something I
buy
never
this.
would
I
have
want
thought
to do
about.
this.
It's
Oh
not
yeah.
something I would have thought about. Like, I would not have thought about this.
Mm.
I would never have gone, "Hey, I want to print challenge coins." Like, not something you think about, you know. And for somebody like me who wanted to join the military and couldn't, and you know, Moidy here, you know,
I made it so damn
a
close.
brat, and
I made it so damn close, man.
a brat, and somebody that also wanted to be in and didn't, you know, we won't get
I fell off a roof, man.
but we won't get challenge coins.
No.
So to be in a space where I can turn around and make them, you know, for people that would love to have them, for my friends, you know, it's awesome. And the creativity that we can get through being content creators and doing things that, you know, make us happy is the important part for me.
Yeah. The happiness is the most valuable thing you could get with content creation.
I want to provide joy. That is my goal, is to provide entertainment and joy.
And I
Yeah.
want to I want to give that safe space and ability to, you know, hear people out when they need it.
I
Yeah.
want a gold toilet seat.
Best I can offer is a
Well,
gold. No, never mind. We're on the
the
podcast.
best I can offer you is a spray can of gold, and we can just make it look like it's gold.
Don't
And it can
ask
only
what makes
stay
it look
gold
gold either.
for so long. But it's goals, but it's not goals that are not achievable.
Provide dot joy.
It's perfect.
So
On that note,
On that note,
Yeah.
on that note, yeah.
you guys ever think about the things you think about?
Hey, that's the name of
well,
the
it's a podcast.
podcast. Right? I thought that was weird too.
I had to watch it happen.